Yo, what's going on, guys? And today we're talking about our boy Wendell Carter Jr. New Orleans Pelicans have interest in the big man. Now, shout out my coworker Michael Scotto at HoopsHype. Links in the description. And what we are hearing today about Wendell Carter is amid the expected Isaiah Hartenstein courtship from Orlando and the Oklahoma City Thunder. If Orlando were theoretically to go out and get Isaiah Hartenstein, Wendell Carter is somebody that is going to be expected to be moved, that he has fallen out of favor in Orlando. Now, the Pelicans are searching for a big man since Jonas Valanciunas is expected to depart in free agency, my coworker reports. Now, Wendell Carter Jr. is a big that at this point, he just turned 25, and he's actually like 6 months older than me. He's a double-double. He's going to be a guy who gives you 11-11. He has a bit of a throwback game in terms of his post up. He'll finish inside, solid face up, and he's been able to be, somewhat have to respect from three. He's not going to blow you away, but he can shoot a spot up three, and he's become a solid positional defender. Not like going to be someone who's going to protect the rim crazy, but he's going to do a solid job. Thing with him is he's never played past 62 games. He's in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's played 315 games in 7 years, which means that is 45 games per year. So durability, availability is a big concern with him. However, in 315 games in his career, he has averaged 12.5 points, 8.5 rebounds, 2 assists, just under a block a game, while shooting 51% from the field and shooting 33.4% from three. Now, Wendell Carter's stats with the Magic specifically, where he's been kind of more of a big part in 196 games through 3.5 seasons, he's averaged 13.6 points, 8.8 rebounds, 2.5 assists. And I really don't even think those numbers are indicative, but Wendell Carter's stats between the 2021 to 22 season to the 2022 to 23 season are way more telling of the type of guy that he was, as he was a guy that was averaging almost 15 points in that span. So between that span, he was a guy who averaged in the 21 to 22 season 15 points, really both seasons. Between 21 to 22, he was a guy who was just tearing it up. I really thought it was a fantastic style of play. And I think a team like the Pelicans would really thrive with him. Now, I do apologize that we don't have the exact stats. I want to pull it up, that like why we can't get the exact stats, and that's what I'm going to do right now. All right, we got the exact stats. That's embarrassing, guys. 15 points, 9.6 rebounds, 2.5 assists. And in that span, he was a guy who was averaging 29 minutes a night. So in 29 minutes a night, he was a guy giving you 15 and 10 and 2.5 assists with about a block a game in that span. I think that's a pretty good guy. Also, his shooting splits, his shooting splits were great, I thought, in that span as well. He was a guy who was going out there and putting up about 52% from the field and 35% from three. So if we want to do our favorite thing, which is the Fanspo trade machine, and that's going to be over here. Give me 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. And it looks like this has already been pulled up. Booyah, Fanspo. I just want to make this a little bit bigger. I don't like it when you see the URL bar. Not that there's a problem with it, but Orlando, let's say they got that and they call up the Pelicans. Who would I think Orlando also would want to save money. They would just want draft picks. So 11.9. And we know Dyson Daniels and all that are off the board, are gone. And so is Larry Nance. EJ Liddell's gone. So who would they offer that could, because money-wise, I guess this is just going to annoy me because I don't know the exact money. I hate how Fanspo does not do this. This trade is finalized, but I guess they can't. They're over here like, oh, we can't say that this deal is done because of money reasons. So just bear with us. It's annoying to me. Now, who on this team could interest? My thought is that if you're the Pelicans, you would just say, here is Mr. Jeremiah Robinson Earl. I also want to go over here to the Pelicans. Let's go over here. Orlando Pelicans. We got to check out. I need to see what's the money look, who's under contract specifically, because sometimes Fanspo doesn't show who's under contract. So Matt Ryan is under contract for this season for 2.1, and I guess you would. It's not even a sign and trade. It's not even a sign and trade. That's annoying that they're like, oh, this is a sign and trade. Then it's not. So we would say that Matt Ryan could just be included in this deal, even though his contract isn't there. Now, besides that, Larry Nance and Dyson Daniels and EJ Liddell, we put in Jeremiah Robinson Earl and Matt Ryan. I don't think they would include Jordan Hawkins because I think there's someone that they really like. For me, then, LA's not going to be bad next year. So you would give them 1 first-round pick. Okay, this is the deal. Just ignore the Hawks part because I just did that for the monetary reasons. So in this deal, the Pelicans would be taking on, I guess they shaved 8, and that was $19 million right there. So they would be taking on, including the Murray, $37 million. Their cap impact would be $13 million more than they have. And we know that they want to extend Mr. Brandon Ingram. So in this deal, they would really, what you're giving up is the first round pick. Matt Ryan and Jeremiah Robinson Earl don't matter because they're on minimum deals. So it really doesn't matter. But that's basically what I think if they were to go out and get Wendell Carter Jr., it would look like, because the Magic, I think they would just want draft pick compensation, and then it would be creating cap flexibility for them. While Pelicans would just want to give up as minimum assets, and they would give up the Lakers pick because the Laker pick has no value. Even though next year's a good draft class, it's going to be, you're expecting a very, 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 very late pick. And yeah, I just don't see anything else. Like, what if you were like, okay, what if we could expand this? And I don't even know I guess Sacramento is the team that we're hearing for Brandon Ingram. So we'll say we'll expand this with Brandon Ingram going to the Kings, because I'm only doing this just to show the money, that how it would be going around. Pelicans take on Kevin Huerter. Where was that? And at that point, yeah, I mean, my only thought is you have 34, and at this point, yeah, this is what the deal would look like if we did something else. We added the Brandon Ingram. Maybe you take this pick off and you have the Kings send a pick to the Magic, and that's how the deal walks out. But Pelicans will could end up this offseason adding DeJounte Murray, Harrison Barnes, Kevin Huerter, and Wendell Carter Jr. And all those guys are on really good deals, really good value deals. So, dude, I actually think this is good.